I am a pickle guy. Thank you. Oh, no! In fact, I'm so used to being the pickle guy. Like, my wife doesn't enjoy pickles, but she enjoys cheeseburgers. So sometimes she'll order a cheeseburger. It's great for me because I get to have that spear of pickle that comes with it. Yesterday, I was at dinner with my parents. My dad ordered a burger, and there was a pickle on the side, and I instinctively reached for it. And then I would stop myself, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a grown man. This is my father. He might want his pickle. At the very least, I should ask before I just, reach over and grab it. What'd you have? I had some stew. Thank you for asking. I was feeling autumnal yesterday. To be honest with you, the stew was merely good, which is pretty bad by restaurant standards. If I'm at a restaurant, I want the food to be great. I have had some food at that restaurant before that was pretty good. I will not be ordering the stew again, but that's okay. It was fine. It wasn't like I would send it back, but when I was eating it, I was like, this stew isn't as good as I thought it would be. Stew's easy to make at home. We're not going down this road today. I don't think this is like a North American thing. Why do we as a society believe that we don't deserve to have something nice? You know what I mean? Is anybody here from Europe? If you go out in Europe and you order food at a restaurant and then you come home and you're like, I had a sandwich at a restaurant, do people like shame you? Are they like, you could buy bread, meat, and mayonnaise at the grocery store? It sort of happens here. In North America, that's like a gimme. If you ever like post about anything related to a restaurant, people are on your ass, bro. People will go, they'll say, if you're like, wow, look at what just cost me $200 at the grocery store, they will open the image, zoom in as much as they can, and be like, there's your problem. You bought prepackaged beef jerky. As if like everything else in the picture doesn't even exist. This cost $125 at the grocery store. Well, you could, instead of buying fresh vegetables, you should just get canned chickpeas instead of the fresh ones. They're a little bit cheaper. Like, you can't do anything without someone telling you, here's how you can save literally 0.75% on your overall bill. It's crazy. It's just nice. It's just nice, man. Oftentimes I will go out to a restaurant and I will order something I can cook at home. It's what I want to eat. I'm not at the restaurant like, oh, this guy trained in the fucking fires of... He apprenticed with Jiro Hoagie-san in Philadelphia to learn. He's had to spend 1 full year just shredding cheese for the cheesesteak before they even let him slice the hoagie bun. You're just like, I went to the hoagie store, I bought a hoagie. I enjoyed it. People are like, $18 for a hoagie that I didn't pay for or eat? That's madness. I would simply get flour myself. Who asked, brother? I was just trying to find some commonality here. We deserve nice things. You deserve a little treat sometimes. You don't have to go out to a restaurant and be like, I have to order something that uniquely I can't make at home. If that's you, that's fine. But it's not everybody. Let me tell you that. Why share it? That's the other thing you can't do in North America, is ever try to get attention for anything. You wanted attention for how good your lunch looked, and now that I'm being honest with you, it's my fault. I did see the post from David Brooks that said, this is what $78 gets you at the Newark airport. And A, it's an airport, and B, he had like a glass of scotch. But that's just like, David Brooks is just cooked, no disrespect. So like, I don't think we need to comment on that. Anyway, I don't know. Admittedly, part of it is just like the internet. But I get annoyed whenever someone's like, especially like groceries are expensive. I think we can acknowledge that groceries, like the prices have come way up. Then whenever anybody's like, look at how much my groceries cost, people are like, well, you bought chips. How do you have the nerve to complain about food prices and you buy yourself a little snack? 2% of your grocery bill is those Lay's salt and vinegar chips. Like, you just relax. You deserve to have a nice treat from time to time. I don't know anyone who acts like this. Yeah, they're all online. It's true. Unfortunately, I enjoy my job, don't get me wrong, but this is where I ply my trade, so I'm kind of I'm stuck in the ecosystem. Wait, someone said you can tell how nice an area is by what the McDonald's gives at the self-serve counter. Like if they've got one of those pump dispensers for sweet and sour sauce, you know it's good. Can I get some help here? Oh, he crumbled, man. That's bait, right? There's no pump dispenser for sweet and sour. Ketchup? Yeah. Ketchup, sure. But a pump dispenser for sweet and sour? It exists. Dude, this is what I'm saying. North America, it's built into our like cultural DNA that we're not allowed to have nice things. Like even if we as individuals can handle nice things, we're like, yeah, but we can't have nice things because then like other people might take advantage of it. Most of us would use it right, but some people would abuse it. I'm like, we can't have shit, man. I can't have self-serve sweet and sour. Because my grandma's like, some people would take too much sweet and sour and ruin it for everybody. Meanwhile, every time we go out to Swiss Chalet, she's like, can I get some more napkins? And then she's shoving like 90 napkins in her purse so she never has to pay for napkins again. Sauce is so cheap. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to say this because, you know, knowing the way the world works, soon we're going to have to pay for ketchup. It is crazy that if you want like a dipping sauce for your nuggets, extra dipping sauces are like 40 cents each now or something. But they just got unlimited ketchup down at the fucking front and no medium lids. I had a resentable interaction recently. And it wasn't that bad. But again, it just kind of, I guess I would say it highlights how we're in this. It's in keeping with the theme of you can't have shit in North America. I live in Vancouver. My daughter has been learning to use the potty, so sometimes I find myself having to use public bathrooms in locations I would rather not, like a Tim Hortons, for example. So I went inside of a Tim Hortons. I tried to open the bathroom. The bathroom had a lock on it. I said, of course it does. I know where I live. So then I went up to the front and I said, hey, can I get a chocolate chip cookie? Oh, and one more thing, can I get the key for the bathroom? And then the lady looked at me like I was stupid, and she just pointed at the wall, and there was a key on a little key hanger on the wall to unlock the bathroom. You know where I'm going with this one, is I was like, in my head, I'm like, why is it locked in the first place if the key is just out there? Instead, I gotta go. Maybe it's to sell the cheapest item in the store so people feel like they can't just go up and ask for the bathroom key. They have to be like, I'll take a chocolate cookie. By the way, I've surprised myself. I have to go piss. It's a gatekeeping puzzle for people who are too drunk or too high. You know what? That fits into my worldview. What if someone takes the key? I mean, it's definitely, if you're just gonna leave the door unlocked, or locked but with the key right next to it, it's definitely better to just have it unlocked. But I don't think you should have to buy something at a store to use their restaurant. I think, I would like to think, I can't put myself in the shoes of the small business owner. I would like to think, well, no, okay, here's what I'm gonna say. If you run a Tim Hortons, you should let people piss in your bathroom without having to buy something. If you run like Bill's Greek Restaurant or something like that, you know, that's your domain. Maybe charge them for some pita or something like that, and then you can piss. Yeah, like they already pissed in the coffee. Exactly. I think you should be able to piss in the bathroom. That's at least guy who spent too much time online take. This is just my opinion, and I know not everybody agrees with me, and my own opinions are shaped by my experience in life, but I think people should be able to go piss in the bathroom. Muting replies on this, oh fuck. This has left its intended audience muting replies. What, the scallop? Ready for this? should have parried it. Dude, that would be sick. Like that game where you can parry the nuke. Did you see that? I worked graveyard at a co-op gas station when I was a teen in Nanaimo. It's actually insane how shitty it was. Speak on that. Speak on that more. I mean, I bet pretty much anywhere in British Columbia, if you worked like the overnight shift at a 24-hour business, I'm sure you got some crazy stories. Because I've seen some wild stuff, you know, in the daytime. I don't know what it... Maybe it's the Pacific Northwest, man. Because there was definitely one PAX... Kate wanted to eat some Korean food. So we walked from like downtown Seattle to wherever Koreatown was. I can't, or at least wherever this restaurant was. And while we were walking, we were getting like increasingly into like territory that I can only describe as like leaving commercial and entering an area that used to be light industrial, but now is just abandoned. And there was like a Speedy Auto Glass or something like that, some kind of similar business. And I swear to you, outside of it, was just a man receiving a blowjob, like just on, like not even in the alley, just out in the open. And they were both wearing winter coats, and it was like Labor Day weekend, and it's like the number one thing that triggers your brainstem to be like, we got to get the fuck out of here, is when it's like 30 degrees Celsius outside and someone's got a winter coat on. You're like, this is not a good place to be. This is not safe. Guy in the wintertime wearing shorts. I'm like, okay, I get it. Bro really thinks he's John Fetterman. Guy in the summertime wearing a coat, we need to leave immediately. We left a jjimjilbang because a dude was sucking off another dude in there. That's really funny. It's also funny because I don't know if I... Listen, this is a spicy bit, okay? It's funny because when we worked in Korea, or when I worked in Korea, the stereotype... Not even stereotype. The opinion that we saw all the time about like homosexuality was that Koreans would be like, we get it, like that's like a North American and a European phenomenon, but that doesn't happen here. They would be like, there's no gay people in Korea. Anyway, I don't know if that has changed, but it plays into this next story. At some point when I worked in Korea, a bar opened up downtown that was clearly run by two gay men who were a couple, and I really can't stress enough that they were like the exact image of stereotypical two gay men. They looked like Michael McKean and the other dude, the couple from Best in Show, who go to the hotel and they have like all the kimonos and stuff like that. They even owned like a small dog that was very well coiffed. And the bar was called MF Bar. That's all I'm saying. And we would talk to other Korean people at the bar, and you'd be like, you know these guys are gay, right? And they would be like, that's not something that happens here. And we were like, you are insane. You've lost your mind. And obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but I was like, you're denying reality right now. The relationship that they have with cannabis is very funny. Again, I can only speak to what it was like 10 years ago or like 12 years ago when I taught there. But they treat cannabis as if it's like, I'm just gonna go to the bonfire, as if it's like fentanyl. But then every once in a while, you'd be like having drinks with the Korean teachers, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I did like my English degree in Canada and I smoked weed once, and then all the other teachers would be like, oh my, I think it might have permanently like affected their social status within the community. Just that admission. That has not changed. Okay, well, forever shunned at all the school potlucks because I smoked BC Bud once at the University of Victoria. No! I mean, that being said, it's not like North America doesn't have its own delusions. Like, the way he fucking falled, man. The way the camera turned to fall. It's so funny. Oh, man. Oh. Like, we're not allowed to have fucking sweet and sour dispensers, man. Do you see how messed up that is? We can't have sweet and sour dispensers. Meanwhile, in Japan, they have like beer vending machines on every corner, and they're not being tipped over and having all the glass smashed out and like 6 Kirin Ichibans being stolen from them every night. That shit would not fly in Philadelphia, man. No trash cans. Yeah, no trash cans anywhere, but the streets are like perfectly clean. I mean, that's one of the things that's not like we don't deserve to have nice things. I understand not having beer vending machines. I mean, we can't even have vending machines like outside in North America, much less with alcohol in them. Also, we can't even have vending machines inside. Like 98% of them worldwide are broken and will never be repaired. You can't even drink alcohol in public in North America? We gotta raise the system and build it up from the ground up. You should be able to have a beer in public, even if you're just walking on the sidewalk. But you should not be able to build a place that serves alcohol that you can't get to via walking or public transit. You shouldn't be able to have a bar with 30 parking spots in front of it. But you should be able to have up to 2 beers in public on your person without being fined by the police. Holy shit, I'm gonna be the president. These takes are too popular. I thought it was radical. You can actually drink in some parks in Vancouver now, but it's kind of comical, if you'll allow me to stand here for a second. You'll like walk into the park and there'll be like a map, like a bird's eye view map of the park. And it'll say like, we're doing a pilot project on allowing adults to drink alcohol in parks. And then it'll be like, here's like the red area. That's where there's children's playground equipment. And then like there's a little dotted line around that's like, do not drink a beer within 200 meters of a slide. And then there's like a little sliver, like a green patch that's just grass. And it's like, you can drink a beer on this if you want. And I'm like, I found a syringe in the playground like 2 days ago. I'm not saying you should be slamming tall cans while your kid is on the jungle gym. I'm just like, we're doing... I'm doing my best here. I mean, it's like the laws are not stopping the people who are behaving badly. It's only stopping the people who use it responsibly. There was an anal porn link written on the slide in Sharpie last time I went to the playground. I love the delineation that it wasn't just porn, it was anal porn. Just like a slightly more debaucherous type of pornography, debatably. Wasn't normal porn. It was anal porn. Have you seen Slackers? I don't think I can imagine any other streamer who might have seen it. Have I seen Slackers? What a ridiculous question. I love you, but I hate you, which brings to mind how much I love you. We could have worked things out, you know, in my little room, in my little locked room. I'm sorry that you had to settle for Dave, the one-dimensional man. He's filed under cocksucker in my little black book. Sweet Miss Ken, rot your teeth, bittersweet, cacophony, and you hold the key, you hold the... You think I don't know every word from Slackers? Devin Sawa, Jason Schwartzman. Kind of insane how this information occupies space in your brain. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that sometimes when I hear a song, usually like during a Peloton ride, I'll hear a song that I've literally not heard since like 1998, and I still know 80% of the words. I'm like, what are you doing in there?